Hi, I'm Tony Constantine, an investment advisor representative with LifeMark Securities Corp. A recession is defined as a contraction or slowdown in economic activity, and we seem to be experiencing one of those right now. Now, usually a recession is associated with high unemployment. Well, we don't have high unemployment, but we do have underemployment. We have more jobs available than we have people in the workforce, and those many of those people in the workforce do not have the required skills or training to fill those jobs. The result is pretty much the same thing. We've got jobs that aren't being filled and productivity that is not being achieved because we don't have those jobs filled. That's a slowdown in production or gross domestic product. Another thing we have is inflation. Inflation at the end of March, the numbers came in at 8.5%, which is the highest it's been for a long time. I think back in the 70s, perhaps. Anyway, the two things that are going up the most seem to be food. Each week at the grocery store, the price seems to get higher. And then you still can't get exactly what you want, because if it's not on the shelves, you can't get it. And if it is on the shelves, it may not be the brand that you favor. The other thing is gasoline. Gasoline is last month hit the highest it's ever been in the United States from coast to coast. Anyway, there are too many people today that after they go to the grocery store and fill their car up each week, they wonder, do they have enough money to get through the rest of the month? It's not a comfortable situation for them. The other thing that generally goes along with slowdown economic activity is the stock market. Right now, it's been very volatile all year, and it's lower than it started out being. And the problem with that is if there's lower production, the companies aren't making the profits that they did make. And, well, gee, you want to pay more for a company that's making less? That doesn't make financial sense, does it? Of course not. So we're apt to have a drop in the market, especially if we slide into the recession, which everything seems to point to the fact that we probably will. Well, you have to think about it this way. If you have a 401k or a 403b, that's your retirement plan. It's probably the biggest block of money that you have to personally manage and use that to get through the rest of your life once you go to retire. Now, in the Great Recession, which went from October of 2007 to March of 2009, the stock market lost 55 to 60% of its value, depending on who you talk to. Well, if you were to experience that kind of a drop again now, and you're 50 years or older, do you have time to recover? Don't forget that it took people, without counting extra contributions because that was new money being put in, 5 to 6 years to recover what they had lost in the Great Recession. In fact, pundits were talking about the lost decade because so many people were left with what they had at the end of the year 10 years ago or 10 years prior. That could be a problem for those who are thinking about retiring within the next 15 years. Could be a big slug of money that they don't have anymore. Well, if you're not comfortable with that, you might want to give me a call to find out what the possibilities are. Because over the last few years, the rules have changed for many companies with their 401ks and 403bs that now make outside help available to them. So if you're uncomfortable with thinking about the possibilities of a recession and want to find out what you can do and what might be possible, give me a call. My contact information will be on screen in a moment. And we'll see first if we can help you, and then what form that help might take. Make sure you come back next week for our next message. In the meantime, make every day a great day.